The time has finally come, though it brings main Fräulein.
My loyal servants, one must bid you adieu till such time as I beckon you once more. Though we have faced many trials and tribulations together, you have all shown commendable courage in the course of duty. I feel a breeze now blows upon this place, and I feel that it—
What? You're just gonna bail?
With the arrival of this giant meteorite, many more people have succumbed to the— Main Fräulein and I shall tend to the victims on the soldiers' behalf.
Goodbye. You are a good To be honest, most of the other adventurers in the guild only ever talk to me when they want to hear Oz's— This little journey we had?
Huh? You're talking—
Oh, yikes. What am I doing? I totally broke form.
What Main Fräulein means to say is...
And now Oz's translation is the—
Main Fräulein simply wishes to say that she has every
Most indeed. My dear attendants, I hereby charge the Ritter de—
Who are you calling your attendant?
We will meet again.
Well, but let's not get hung up about that. The good news is, I shaved some dust off the meteorite and used it to do another reading. These rocks have been around for hundreds, maybe even thousands of years. Leonard must have lived a very long— The meteorites carry his will and can pass it on to others. In other words, centuries on from— A guy from the distant past with a burning ambition to scale the highest mountain. An adventurer? Our approach so far has been too passive, and time has been against us every step of the way. We need to Paimon agrees. From now on, we— Yes. Because if the meteorites carry— I'm a little incredulous, but it turns out her blind guess was actually spot on. Anyway, all we need to do now— Okie dokie, since we've got a historic—
However— Author Leonard. Where are you, The index says that Leonard's book should be in the northwest corner on the top floor of the library. Northwest corner. Found it! Of mountains and seas, but the words have faded, and there are— Darn. Maybe we're just wasting our time on this one. Oh, right!
Look what we found! Leonard wrote a book!
Ooh, let me see. I could have predicted as your average astrologist would definitely give up. But I am Mona, progenitor. I simply need to deduce the missing portions with my astrolabe.
So what does it say?
Just as I thought. Leonard, his lifelong dream was to reach the summit of
2,000 years?
Somehow, for some reason, this constellation was...
Paimon thinks so too.
The meteorites harbor elemental energy, and if I'm guessing correctly, there should be some sort of core meteorite. Well, if I were Leonard, I would want to make sure the core lands right on the...
So, the core should be at the top of Pylos.
It's the first I'd heard of it too. So, I compared them...
Are you trying to say that the...
I once read somewhere that the Animo Archon, Barbados, once used his divine power to mobilize the winds and blow the ice and snow from the mountains of that age were replaced by the vast stretch of ocean we see today. Still, the summit still reaches just above the water's surface. So, as Musk Reef. Oh, so this is Pylo.
Looks like someone beat us here. Is this like... Ah, it's you!
Huh? You again.
Look at the state he's in.
He managed to extricate himself from the dream on his own strength.
Just because you are powerless to do something does not mean that you're too late anyway. I finished my research.
We knew it! This was...
Save it! No more fun and games for me today. I'll come for you when I'm good and ready.
You entered the dream they've all been having, didn't you?
Leonard? Who's Leonard? I've discovered something far more important.
What?
The stars. The sky.
The stars are a lie. What are...
Is this some kind of astrological Seriously.
Oh, you are so naive. Still, can't really blame you. After all...
A few moments ago, you mean...
Look, I really don't have the time to do this right now. What was the Jester thinking? He must have had some inkling of what we might discover on this mission. Would it really have been so difficult to give me a little forewarning? Time for me to go out and find the truth. So long.
Oh, can you believe that guy? He calls us suckers and then he just trots off. No one disrespects me. No one. Ugh. Time to show them what you get when you cross world-class genius with pure, unadulterated rage.
Delve into destiny.
Too low.
Told you. That's what happens when... You bet I am. Paimon, you agree too, right?
Sure did. Without...
See? How do you... He seemed genuinely shaken, though. I don't think he was lying. I was always taught to talk about the false sky during astro... I digress. Come on, let's finish the job we came to do.
Whoa! This must be the core!
This stone harbors an unbelievable amount of elemental energy, and yes, otherwise the victims will never wake up. This core is the root cause of everything that has happened.
With ropes, we can scale mountains. With boats, we can sail the seas. By age 40, I had conquered every last domain. Pylos Peak alone defeated me. As an adventurer, and well, maybe in other ways too. Now, I am approaching the end of my life. Many times I have sat and stared up at that peak as the boundless snow slowly engulfed me. It is a beast without weakness, the merciless face of the world. It fills me with fear. And when an adventurer loses courage, they can no longer climb mountains. My mountaineering days may be over, but I have a greater ambition now. Humans create tools to conquer nature, and when nature conquers them in return, they create better tools. Where our legs cannot take us, maybe our tools can. And when tools fail us, perhaps wings can carry us instead. My dear friend, I leave you my designs for the wings of incompletion. Against the unknown, humanity stands as one. To be alive is to seek, to set foot in every place that the eye can see. I have little time remaining, though the wind has not yet come for my soul. But between us and your children, students, and friends, I believe that someone will reach that place at last.
Wow. Well, that was unexpected. Who would have thought that human will can survive in this? Astrology really is an incredible thing. The ability to communicate with the stars can give you access to all the secrets from throughout human history. Though, of course, very few astrologists ever reach that level. What's with the... And speaking of formal tone, what is the deal with that girl, Fischl? She's a curious one.
Paimon thinks so too. She's so... How to put this? Yeah. Although, is she one of these people who uses the wrong method, but...
You may well be right.
Even so, Paimon thinks that the most surprising thing of all was how Pylos Peak turned into a teeny tiny little island.
A mountain of yesteryear now sits as an island in the sea. Almost anyone from Mondstadt could reach it now, just by jumping.
In other words, everyone can climb Pylos Peak now. Do you think Leonard would be happy about it? The situation with Pylos, with wings, people can travel further and higher than ever before and explore new and unknown places. The victims should finally start waking up now that we've dealt with the... And we have finally finished our commission from the adventurer.